was naturally born with spinal issues. It's a natural thing. You know, some people, their right foot is bigger than their left foot. You know, that was something that I was born with. You know, and they said that may have been an attribution to my injury, possibly.
Does that scare you further as you continue to play football?
Nah, I don't got nothing to be scared about, man. Before this game, I was scared on how I was going to find the meal. Now I'm in it, so I don't got many fears at all. I'm living my dream. No need to be scared over anything.
Jamil, do you count your blessings when you see something like that happen yesterday and feel how fortunate you were to get through it?
You kind of do, and then you kind of don't, you know, because you get the feeling where, like I said, the situation was so real to me. What he went through, all I could think about was how he was feeling and how he was reacting through it, because it was something that I had to confront as soon as I first met my first doctor, and he told me I was never going to play again. It was something that I had to look at. And, you know, to be in his position, you know, it's not an easy position. He's a young man with a lot of talent, you know, so for me it hit in a way more personal place than probably it did for a lot of people.
If I may, Jamil, what made your situation so rectifiable that even though you had this stenosis and you had an injury that knocked you out for a while, that here you are continuing to play, having no issues? I mean, everyone's different, I get that, but it's still pretty wild.
Exactly. You know, it is a wild situation. And sometimes nature and God has a plan in a million ways, you know, as he said in his statement. You know, mine was just something that needed to heal in time, and it was possible it could heal, and it was possible that it couldn't. So I had to live with that. You know, it was completely different than if I had surgery, you know, and then I would know I had a certain timetable. Mine was stretched out for such a long time because we just didn't know. All we could do was just sit back, take another picture in 3 weeks, take another picture in 3 weeks, take another picture in 3 weeks, you know. So it was like drawing blood from me slowly but surely, but it all panned out. You know, I believed, my family believed, and we just focused like I was going to come right back. And doing that type of preparation prepared me to come right in and play the first game.
If I may ask, have you had stingers or burners since that time? At all?
No,
nothing at all?
I mean, if we could find some wood that I can knock on, so I'll be
right
good.
Here,
you know, knock on that wood. Yeah, but no, I haven't, man, and I plan to stay away from it.
Jamil, your thoughts with David?
Huh?
Are your thoughts with David?
Absolutely, 100%. You know, and I told him in the locker room, you know, when I first came here, I was like, man, I had exactly what you had, and I understand, you know. So we've talked through time with that, but you know, my thoughts and prayers are with him 100%.
How you doing otherwise? You know, what do you feel that you are going to really contribute to this team this year?
What do I feel am I going to contribute? I just feel like I'm going to contribute myself. You know, I'm going to bring myself in whatever that is. You know, passion, physicalness, you know, intelligence, or whatever the game requires, whatever the coaches need from me, is who I'm going to be and what I'm going to do. You know, I'm 100% about the well-being of the team, and winning is ultimately the only thing that ever matters. So we all want to win, and I want to be a part of that.
Do you believe your ferocity can be contagious?
Do I believe ferocity can be contagious? That is a good question. Yeah, I do. If everybody is out there fighting, you can see the person that's not fighting in that big picture. So it is contagious in that aspect, because this game is about respect. It's about representing the person next to you, and you know, nobody wants to be that person that's not doing that.
Do you think the position of being a linebacker has become more specialized in the fact that there are very few that are every down linebackers? That, you know, like, it depends on the situation, whatever can people, you know, linebackers keep switching in and out. Do you feel like that, you know, that's maybe a trend, that there's fewer and fewer every down linebacker?
I think the game is different now. You know what I mean? You look at back when you said every down linebackers, that was when they was ground and pounding the ball. 22 personnel, run right downhill. I got a big fullback, you got a big linebacker. Now we got the Philadelphia Eagles of the world. We spreading the game out. You know, so as the running backs get smaller and as the receivers get faster, the linebackers consequently they get smaller and they get faster.
Right.
You know, so that's a part of the game that we changing it now. Who's to say 5 years from now we won't be back to the old school, you know, Dick Butkus games of the world.
First team defense the other night. You were right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What did you really like the most, and what were you disappointed in the most?
I don't know if I'll say I was disappointed about anything. What I liked the most was I liked the effort. You know, I liked the way that we played. I liked that we played passionate and we played physical, you know. So those are the things that you can build off. You know, obviously there's small mistakes, you know, here and there that we can correct. And as long as we focus on those small mistakes, you know, we'll get better. But I love the way we ran to the ball, and I love the energy of it. That's something you can't coach. So everything else is fixable.